procedure. It's going to be a bit like Paul Daniels as well. You're going to look at what the stored procedure does and look at what the resulting object is. Yeah, just like that. No, it's not like that. It's not Paul Daniels.
Okay.
You're going to like it, not a lot, but you're going to like it, right?
That's false. No.
That's
right,
right,
it's
that was Paul McCartney, I was going to say that was. Well,
He did that as well.
You're going to love it, you're going to love it, not a lot.
It's like Marmite. You either love it or hate it.
Right,
Off to go, Mr. Driver.
Okay. Before I do, we've not fully established a good way of actually creating our data access, our various components in the system. We've gone through a couple of different sort of ideas of creating a couple of factories for them. There's things like window container, conversion of control containers, dependency injection, things like that for creating objects. But we've not really decided on what would be a way to do that. So we're just creating our objects manually. Often, the creation of these objects can look a bit yuck, and you might think, I don't want to have to do that every time I want to create a user store. Don't worry, there's going to be a service there to do it for you. That's
just we haven't gone with the best way to do it.
No, we've not finished that side of things, and until we know how all of our dependencies work, then I think
you just keep changing it. So right now we needed the flexibility.
So I will just we're only going to really be using a user store earlier on, so I'll just.
This is just going to be a console app.
It's a console app for the demo. So we're creating. This is going to just simulate how we're going to get hold of our user store. So we've only got one implementation of a user store. We can either create a default instance, which I've got put a little. There's a default constructor in there just to save us a bit of typing. But I'm going to do the full way here. The user store needs to take in a way of getting the base object information, which is one of if we look at the IntelliSense on that, I'm sure there's probably a shortcut to do that. It takes a domain object, an iDomain object info store. So I'll pass into that a new domain object info store. That takes no parameters. So that's our store set up so it can access stuff from the base object table, and then I'm going to return store. Okay, so that's a bit of setup you wouldn't need to worry about because that could get tedious. So down in our main app, it's going to be one of those. Yeah.
It's a good job I'm not doing it.
So we've got a iUser store, which if we look at our diagram, that inherits from the iDomain object store, tDomain object, which in this case is user. If I go to the definition, we'll see how that works. Just iUser store, which adds its own method list all, and also includes all the methods to be found in a user version of an iDomain object store, which itself